Good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We'll get to the JRC in a moment. But first, brief disclaimer. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, all pertinent links are going to be right there in the description box for you. So should you like to go ahead and deep dive the subject on your own, you're definitely able to do so. Trigger warning real quick. We do have this channel marked not for kids for a reason. I do use profanity. And when we talk about places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you have a child that is 16 and younger and they are watching this, parental supervision is advised. Obviously, due to the bipolar type of way that Missouri weather is, I am currently suffering from allergies again, so you might hear me sound stuffed up or make weird noises. My apologies in advance. Alright, so we got another person using the same template from ASAN, so we're going to go back to where we were and get right back into it here. Here we go. Alright, this one says, "Hi there, I'm just a concerned citizen writing about the proposed rule to ban electric shock devices. I don't think that it's right to use these devices. These people should be safe. I want the FDA to pass this rule banning their use. I have people in my life with disabilities and it hurts to think anything like this could be ever used on them. Thanks for your time." Short, sweet, simple. If you won't agree for it to be used on your own family members, why are we not clamoring for the end of this? Just saying. Alright, here we go. Alright, this one says here, "Hello, I just wanted to comment here because I am an autistic person. I am a fully functional citizen. I work, I pay my taxes, I am married, and I pay mortgage on my house of my own. I have made it this far without being shocked and tased, and I don't think my behavior would be much improved if that were to change. Thank you. But not everybody can control it as well as you. Again, you're seeing me as a grown-ass middle-aged woman. Parents, I need you to keep that in mind instead of screaming in our faces that we are not like your child. Of course we're not. We've aged. But were you to turn back the pages of time, step through into one of my childhood rooms back in the day, you would discover just how much I and your child actually do have in common. This roughing at the mouth, but you're not like my child, you couldn't possibly understand, is coming from individuals who can't imagine us as children. And because they can't imagine it, they can't find any way in their heads to understand and realize the reason why we are the way we are now, we are able to communicate and advocate, is because the treatment programs that we became a part of were successful, even though it didn't provide an instant fix. But we are never going to consider that, apparently. I was not diagnosed as a child, and I did have a great many developmental and behavioral struggles. But the key to my success was that the people around me always treated me as a person, not an animal, and were always willing to explain things to me. My mom is the gift that keeps giving to this autistic bitch you all see here in front of you. That's all I got to say. If an autistic person has a reason, use reason. If an autistic person cannot reason, I call bullshit. We are like the pinnacle of reason. We are literally pigeonholed to act and react only on reason and logic. I'm not saying we don't have our emotional moments. We just usually, when we're in them, realize we're having them and decide that making decisions during that time period would not be beneficial. Because we are not seeing ourselves or the situation clearly when we're over emotional and overstimulated. So, at least a lot of us that get older. They will not understand why they are being cattle prodded, and this is exceptionally cruel. I am so tired of people telling me, but they don't even understand what's happening to them simply because an individual may be nonverbal. I can't even fucking see straight. Nonverbal does not equal the equivalent to one of the other developmental disabilities out there. That is extremely detrimental to us, to the overall competency of the treatment program that individual may be being kept on. Just because a person is nonverbal does not mean that they also have learning disabilities. In fact, a lot of nonverbals since the computer age have taken to computers and they can type and type well. In fact, there's quite a few of them that are quite chatty once you get an assistive device in their hands. And when they do, they shockingly show people that they are very, very well aware of all the things that are going on around them and that they can comprehend and understand what is being said about them around them. Can we stop doing this? Can we stop viewing every disabled person like they are permanently stuck in childhood, please? And yes, that applies for all disabilities. Everybody grows up. Everybody eventually gets adult urges, whether anybody likes it or not. The sooner everybody realizes we're not children and begin to act and develop future treatment programs accordingly, the better off we're all going to be, and the better off the respect is going to be for the individuals who are a part of our treatment program in regards to how they treat us and how progressive even they want to be with the different types of treatments. Stop doing it. It is dehumanizing and infuriating to be infantilized into forever. Okay? Stop doing that. I know you're on our side. I don't care. We are not children. We grow up. I am still talked to like I am 6 years old. I am 40 middle-aged woman. I have an associate's degree. I have my own home. I control my own medical care, my finances, everything. I am not by any stretch of the imagination a child, but I am still viewed that way by a disturbing amount of people outside my door. People wonder why we're antisocial. Try looking in the mirror sometime. We have the knowledge to do better than this. Let's be better and ban the use of shocking devices on autistic people as a deterrent to undesired behaviors. And let's stop infantilizing people with disabilities and treat them with the respect, dignity, and personal bodily autonomy that they deserve to be treated with. The sooner we get out of this idea that we're all perennially children, the better our overall treatment programs are going to start becoming, and the more ability we're going to have to actually have input that takes things into perspective by our medical teams. Okay? Gotta stop. Gotta stop with the infiltration bullshit. It helps literally no one. Alright. I'm going to go through one more and go ahead and close out. This one says, I have worked with many autistic children for my job as an early childhood care provider and have adult autistic friends. I've seen firsthand the damage that aversive treatments can result in. Oh my god, I'm sorry, hon. The fact that it is 2024, 2025 now and counting, and autistic people are still being shocked disturbs and upsets me. These people are being subjected to torture under the guise of treatment. It's high time the government stepped in to ban this practice. Definitely agreed. And on that note, folks, we're going to close out for this one. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time, so please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. And don't forget to make sure you are still set up for notifications. We're going to be continuing on with the Medicaid series, Down the Rabbit Hole series, the series on HIPAA, as well as the series on advanced directives, and we definitely don't want you to miss anything. I appreciate your time, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye, everyone.